Hey traders, I want to give you a quick stock update. We're going to have a look at Apple in this video. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, let's have a quick look at Apple. Let's actually we're going to start with the monthly chart first. So the monthly chart, if you see on this monthly chart, guys, what do we see here overall on this big long-term monthly chart? Firstly, we actually can see we're making this lower high, and potentially another lower high. So that's what we're seeing on the lower charts. We can see it's overall swinging to the downside. Swings up, swings down, swings up, swings down, swings up, and now we're forming this through here. So even though we're running to the high side now, the overall major lows, the market's still pushing this down, and pushing this down. So very, very, very interesting. Now, if we start to break, you can see here, guys, if you draw like a line, you can see that line through there. Now, whatever that line is, probably around about below the 95 mark, guys, on the monthly bar. Looks like a significant area on the charts. Now knowing that on the actual market itself, let me see if I draw a trend line, is that going to bring up anything? No. All right, so if I draw a trend line, guys, I'm going to draw this on the monthly bar because this is the important bit there. Oh wow, look at that. You can see the last couple of times it's actually hit it. It hit it there and hit it there. So that's actually really, really interesting. Let's go to the weekly chart now. Now we're looking at the weekly chart and we can see what's actually happening with this overall weekly chart. We can see that the overall bar, and it's actually sometimes it does this on my software. So if I move this down a little bit more to try to actually get some analysis, you can see on that monthly bar is definitely sort of trying to hit that. But if you look at this weekly bar, that was the weekly bar. You can actually see so it's very interesting. You see what's actually going on here. So be very, very careful of what's actually going on with Apple. You can see it's still hitting this major low. So that, as I said, that monthly chart is definitely key for me, guys. So I'd be definitely keep an eye on that monthly chart, because this is the big long-term chart, guys, it's just really, really interesting to see that. So anyway, let's have a look at this here. So one thing that's important, guys, I like to do is I like to look at the peaks and troughs. So if we have a look here, let me actually bring up this here. So you can see here, guys, we have a basically major trough, a peak, a trough. We have this peak. We have this lower trough, we have this lower peak, we have this higher trough. Now we're forming another high peak. So it looks like we're starting to form a bit of a higher trend. Is it a higher trend? Yeah, well, it's not really broken out, is it? Because if you're looking at the majors, if you look at the major highs or the major peaks, you can see how this hole up here was a major peak, major peak, major peak. We haven't really formed a major peak yet, have we? We've got formed a couple of little lower peaks, but it's the overall flow. If you look at this as a wave, if you look at this as a wave, we have a wave down, a wave up, a wave down, a wave up, a wave down, and another wave up. You see that there? So we have little waves in between, but you can see what's actually going on through there. So obviously Apple gapped up just recently, and you can see now on this weekly bar that the first level that I'd be very interested in seeing whether it can hold or not is probably this level through here, around the 100 level. Because that 100 level, right, you can see how it's had a lot of problems through there. If indeed the weekly can't hold above there, then we know what's going on. If it does, well, then we know what's going on as well too. So we're looking at that, and you can see how it's happened through there. And if you look at the daily chart, obviously you can see what's happened. We've had this big, massive gap up. So big, massive gap up. It actually came and closed this gap by creating another gap. So do we see Apple starting to go down through there? That's obviously yet to be seen. So there we go, guys. There's a bit of analysis, a bit of an update on Apple. If you're trading Apple, then if you're looking to trade Apple or you have Apple in your stock, then I hope this really helps you out. Remember, success can be yours if you go claim it. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course, and I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.